And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, live in Brooklyn, Michigan for the Fixed Racing League's 9th race of their season this year at the Michigan International Speedway. And ladies and gentlemen, it looks like it is going to be fantastic action yet again here in this Fixed Racing League's Truck Series race. The drivers are out there on the track giving practice and cutting their qualification live here on iRacing as we speak. And that's right, ladies and gentlemen, I am Kevin Hazelwood here, live with these boys here in Michigan. So, we got 90 laps coming up hard and heavy here soon, guys. It's going to be a lot of fun on this 2-mile stretch of asphalt. Absolutely. We're catching David T.F.R.L out there as he pulls around the track for his qualification times. It is going to be a good race, guys. They sure do know how to have a good time here in the Fixed Racing League. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome y'all out here to Brooklyn, Michigan, here at Michigan International Speedway for 90 laps of fast action racing here in the Fixed Racing League's Truck Series. Once again, 90 laps coming at you on 2 miles of asphalt. We've got a 180-mile race coming hard and heavy here in about 3 or 4 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. There's a couple still out there having to get their qualification laps in. As it stands, though, right now, for this 16 truck field, we've got Justin Gann up front starting on the pole. For second place, we have Jason M. Stewart in the number 14 truck. In the number 17 truck, KC Duncan. Number 22 is driven by Jason Branch. Noel Holmberg driving that number 45. In the 55, we've got Thomas Forlizzo. 86 is driven by Doug Tuttle. Matthew Marie in the 92. Jason Hall driving the 64. 97 with Stephen Monteith behind the wheel. We've got David Farella down there on the track in the 91. William Mann Jr., he's wheeling that 29. Jason Rarick is also driving that number 23 truck with Dalton Powell in 14th in the number 12 truck. In 15th place, we've got Anthony Forlizzo. Got a father and son pair out there on the track. Very nice to see. And finally, we've got dragging up the end of the field in the number 30 truck, none other than Daniel Lund, the fourth, ladies and gentlemen. That is your field here today for this 180-mile race in the Fixed Racing League's Truck Series. We're going to hope and pray that it's exciting action the entire time out. If not, we'll make it exciting here, because that's what we do, ladies and gentlemen, here on Kev Calls TV. So, they are off on the track right now. And that 4X racing truck, driven by that number 14, Jason Stewart, starting outside in second position. Quick reminder to everybody out there, Justin Gann, season leader in wins. The man is just absolutely unstoppable when he is on the track with them out there in these restrictor plate trucks. We hope that we can have another exciting race with this gentleman here as we go along for the evening. Got a very tight point split between 5th and 10th place in the league right now as well. It's going to be an exciting end of the season here. And that green flag is off, ladies and gentlemen. They are live on the track here at Michigan International Speedway. And it's neck and neck right now between Jason Stewart and Justin Gann. There is nothing unfamiliar about that. I've called that a couple times now with my tenure here with the Fixed Racing League's Truck Series. And the boys have lined up wonderfully as they come into turn. I'm sorry, they come onto the backstretch. They're out of turn 2. What a great line. Look at the line they've got going on. We're going to go ahead and cut it back the field real quick because we've got the number 64 driven by Jason Hall was making some moves up the track there in that beautiful Kansas City Chiefs truck that he's got. Cutting back up the field. And let's get this view on going here. Ladies and gentlemen, as they go down through the track, it's going to be a fun time out here. For sure. Try to focus in on the middle of the track, just to see the moves that are going around out there. And they're having some clean action out there on the track. No real force coming behind anybody. They seem to be just wanting to warm up those tires and let everything come to them as it goes. Once again, 90 laps here. They've got the fuel cut back to 70%. So they will be pitting, either green flagged or yellow under caution. They're also doing a stage break in there around lap 30. Two of them in the back there, hanging behind everybody else. Daniel Lund and Joshua Rarick back there, chilling back. They've got a 3 wide action right there, ladies and gentlemen. It was that 86. Got a little incident going. See where we're going here. They had a little touch back there in the back. And apparently it was the 86 and the 97 there that got into. So this is not good. Hopefully they can keep their emotions in check there after that little incident between the two of them, and the race will continue on. Once again, nothing bad happened, just a little bump and grind action in 1 and 2. Oh, that was a little intense though right there, ladies and gentlemen. We had a little touching with the 45. And the 86 again. I'm sorry, the 29. Absolutely. They're pushing a little in the back now, ladies and gentlemen, making some moves, making things happen. Going up front, Justin Gann just slowly pulling away. He's got a great draft going off him right there with Jason Stewart on his 6. That kitty cat coin number 2 truck. Chevy Silverado just really, really knows the lines here at all the tracks they've been going. He's either spent some time out on all of them, or he's just lucky. They are looking good coming through 1 and 2 onto that backstretch now up front. Oh, a little touch right there. Had one go through the infield. And Joshua Rowrick might have been the one to go down there. Oh, never mind. It was Matthew Marie in the 92 that got loose just now. Back up in here in it, ladies and gentlemen. That lineup as it stands is Justin Gann, Jason Stewart, Jason Branch, KC Duncan, and Thomas Forlizzo in the top 5 right now as they make their way into 3 and 4 now. Great lines going around. A little action, not too much. We've got that Bass Pro Shop right there in the number 29 is making his way up just slightly on the Navy truck in front of him there. It's going to be a good race. Looking good out here on the track, are they, ladies and gentlemen? And we're still going around strong, ladies and gentlemen. They're coming up on lap 15 here at Michigan Speedway, doing an absolutely fantastic job keeping it clean and green. Only a couple little bumps have happened on the track. One man went down to the inside, and that's all so far. And they should be getting just a little low on fuel out there now with the 70% fuel rate that they started with. We'll see how their crew chiefs have got their plans for the race lined out for them as they come in for new tires and fuel. And we've got Jason Stewart and Justin Gann putting a second in between them and third place right now. Kicking it back, I don't see too many major changes except for Jason Hall coming from the back up here to 10th place now. So that is one heck of a push by that gentleman. And just to repeat to everyone, we are live here on iRacing. I am Kevin Hazelwood. This is Kev Calls TV, and we're live here in the Fixed Racing League's Truck Series race, live 180 miles at Michigan International Speedway. Wonderful job going on the track by everyone. We're looking at Dalton Powell right now in that number 12 truck. That teal and black paint scheme just smooth as he goes around this 2-mile stretch of asphalt. And we're watching William Mann Jr. work that Bass Pro Shop number 29 from 18th that we seen him in earlier. I'm sorry, not 18th, 14th. All the way up to 4th, 10 positions that we've witnessed. Anthony Forlizzo making his way up the pack. Both the Forlizzos riding together. He's got Thomas Fozzie Forlizzo right above him there. Coming around in 9th place. Once again, very beautiful having the father-son in there together. Jason Hall, once again, he's making his way up the track. So is Joshua Rarick. And Matthew Marie seems to be either pitting or just in the pits. Hopefully something is not wrong where he's unable to race. Oh, and I just got an update from the crew chief there of the 92 truck, Matthew Marie. He's 2 laps down on that damage that he had to do right there, so he's got a lot of making up to do. And once again, for those of you joining us here live, we are at Michigan International Speedway in the Fixed Racing League's Truck Series for this 90-lap banger around this 2-mile stretch of racing pleasure. And it seems to be like it's going quite well. We were taking a look at them come around that front stretch there as they passed the pit road exit. They were making their pits there, ladies and gentlemen. They set the fuel here at 70%. To have a little bit of extra action. They've been clean the entire time. Couple little accidents have happened once again. The 92 is about 3 laps down now as it sits. And we've got, graduations and such going on this weekend. Families out of town. We're down about 5 to 6 drivers in the race this weekend, but that's okay. Family first here in the Fixed Racing League. We're back here, P14, P6, P5 with Thomas and Anthony Forlizzo. They have yet to pit yet, is why they're so far up. Justin Gann is way up there now. And checking back here at Daniel Lund the 4th, driving that Red Bull truck. Ladies and gentlemen, he's doing a fantastic job holding his lines where he's at. I think what happened with him is he held back just thinking that maybe, just maybe, there might be my chance to catch up during a caution or an incident that happens. And he was just trying to avoid a quick incident there at the beginning. And it seems to have panned out the wrong way because he's been in the pits now already getting his tires. No damage. And the 12's coming in now. Limping into the pits was Dalton Powell. And the ones that have already taken their tires and fuel are back out. We have just a few laps, ladies and gentlemen, just a few laps as they make their way through turn 3, coming into turn 4 now with Jason Branch. He's got Jason Stewart and Justin Gann. Now, Mr. Branch and Mr. Stewart were up front in the last race for the most part of it. Mr. Gann was not present in that number 2 Coors Light truck. I apologize for that misspeak there. And Coors Light truck is Stephen Monteith. It's the number 97. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for that. Justin Gann just hit the pits in the number 2 Kitty Cat Coin. So Thomas Forlizzo out there on the oldest tires right now. And Justin Gann with his pit is going to manage to stay in second position here. What an amazing strategy this man has pulled out. Him and Mr. Stewart right there together. Jason Stewart actually beat him out the pits, it looks like. So they're going to have their race go back on. And Matthew Marie made his way back out there. He's on lap 24 with Jason and Justin on lap 26. The leader, however, the 55, Thomas Forlizzo, we're trying to find him out there on the track, ladies and gentlemen. He's like a ghost. Can't find him. Don't know what to tell you. And he must have pitted just now. We've got Jason Stewart leading the race now. Justin Gann right behind him. And Doug Tuttle in third, respectively. Now, they are nowhere near each other. And there was Thomas Forlizzo back there in that pack. I just seen him. Yellow Mach 1 racing truck. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, live in Brooklyn, Michigan, at the Michigan International Speedway for 180 miles of racing here in the 9th race of the season here for the VIX Racing League's Truck Series. Very intense action going on between the top two. Jason Stewart, Justin Gann racing an absolutely fantastic race. They are all the way up front there, coming up right on the rear of the 92. And Matthew Marie, who's on lap 27. Leaders are on 29, putting him 2 laps behind the rest of the pack. And right behind him is that 86, so there's your top 3 together, at least. KC Duncan back the pack just a smidge. But he's in 4th place. Just a lot of odd drivers in between. It's okay. William Mann Jr. right there in the 92. I'm sorry, I did it again. Dyslexia almost. In that 29 Bass Pro Shop truck. There's Jason Branch. He's making his way back up there. He's in 7th place right now. He was towards the front in the top 5. Hopefully he can make a good run. Try to make those points back up again. And here it comes, ladies and gentlemen. That caution is about to go. And ladies and gentlemen, just so you know, yellow flag out. They just did the stage break for them. If I'm not mistaken, they should be slowing down just a little bit, not dying. And The top 10 is Jason Stewart, Justin Gann, Doug Tuttle in third, KC Duncan fourth place. Fifth place is Thomas Forlizzo, William Mann Jr. in sixth. Jason Branch is sitting in seventh. Eighth place, Dalton Powell. In ninth is Stephen Monteith. And 10th place, David Farella. That's your top 10 for that split. They will resume action here in just a few laps. And they're going to give a lucky dog out there. And they're doing a great job, like I said, ladies and gentlemen. That's 30 laps down, clean, good racing. Had some little slight incidents, nothing major. And they're hauling right back at it. Hopefully they can keep it up here in Michigan. And they're live still out there on the track, rolling around through that caution. Got a couple black flags thrown out there. They'll be thrown back to the end of the line and have to make up all that room they did in the first place. You got Matthew Marie back in 16th with Noel Holmberg back there in 15th now. KC Duncan had to drop back as well from up there in 4th or 5th. And we'll check back in with the front of the pack now. As they come around turn 4, green flags dropped out, ladies and gentlemen. Justin Gann and that number 2 Kitty Cat Coin off down the inside line. And we had a driver miss his start in the 91, David T.F.R.L. Oh, I apologize on that. That was a misspeak. Bad choice by the driver there. It was not the 91. It was back towards the back. I think it was the number 30 car that missed his start there. My apologies on that. Missed a couple calls this evening, but no one's perfect, ladies and gentlemen. Look at him go there, that 17 in KC Duncan. He's making up that room. He'll be back up front in that serve post screen. That is for sure. Ladies and gentlemen, they are just flat out flying. Jason Branch and KC Duncan. KC just backed off of him just a little bit. He's got the 55 of Thomas Forlizzo on him. They're going to make a good push together because both of them were up front earlier. So we'll see how things pan out and if everybody can catch back up and make this a real tight race towards the end of these 90 laps. We're coming up at the halfway point. Hopefully it continues like it has been in the beginning of it so far. The only reason the yellow was out was for a stage break and a points for the season. Stephen Monteith made his way up to fourth place in that 97 truck. These boys are out here just flat out flying around the track. Boy, I'm telling you what, the camera crew here at Michigan this evening, they are top notch following these boys around the track so we can get great angles, switching back through in the trucks as well. Just can't get enough. That was the job they're doing right now. Checking in up front with the boys up front. William Mann Jr. What has happened here, ladies and gentlemen? He seems to have found the line here on the track in that number 29 Bass Pro Shop truck. He has come up in first place. He's got Justin Gann and Jason Stewart trying to find the line to catch him right now as we come across into the backstretch of lap 41. What a great job he's got going around the track, ladies and gentlemen. He is flying. And that gap just shortened just a little bit. Not much, but just a little bit. He's telling them boys to look at that fireball on the back of my gate. That's right, because after this race, he's throwing them back Cinnamon shots, baby. Woo! That's what they say when they get fired up like that. Jason Stewart and Justin Gann closing that gap right up, bringing the field with them as well. Everybody is within a truck's length of each other. What a great job everybody's doing out there, holding lines and making up time. Let's look how we got an angle right here to where we can see most of the trucks out there on the field as they come through turn 2 at Michigan. And Jason Stewart and Justin Gann lining up hard on the outside. Jason's trying to get right up inside his bumper, give him that push to get him out front. But there is absolutely nothing they can do right now with William Mann Jr. in that number 29 Chevrolet, just holding his line and doing things right. He has a great line, but there's a 4-car draft going on the outside line above him. He's got no help right now. All he's got is that side wind coming off of all of them. They're getting a little close there, coming at a 2 that time, and there is the push that they needed. Is he going to get up in his bumper and give them just enough? Oh, no. They got just enough to come down. They worked together like synchronized swimming right there on the track coming down through that turn. And Justin Gann now up front. Jason Stewart in the 14, 4X Racing right behind. And that was a bring down there. He come right down on the nose. He had about a foot in between him and William Mann Jr. there. We're going to kick it back a couple cars. Trucks, my apologies again. See how they're doing towards the back of this here lineup. And that 22 of Jason Branch battling out. Battle of the Navy trucks out here. Jason Branch and Doug Tuttle out there on the track, pushing towards the 64 of Jason Holland. He's coming around hard inside, making a run. Can he get the power of both of them together to keep it on there and line out? They did not get enough. The top line pulled out strong, and now Mr. Tuttle is stranded by himself for the moment. He got enough just to get in front. He's really trying here, and I'm enjoying this. Is Mr. Tuttle in 5th place there. Oh, we're getting close. We got to get this action. What's going on back here? We've got Doug Tuttle, Jason Branch right behind him. They're getting close in the turns. It looks like Jason's going to try the inside this time. Is the rest of the field coming with him? They are lined up with Jason Branch there. In the 22, the 17 of KC Duncan coming up into the bumper of him. But as you check up in the field, they're all doing the same. This is a great race going on here at Michigan International Speedway by the Fixed Racing League in their truck series. Once again, 9th race out of 17 this season for them. They're restrictor plate racing out here, ladies and gentlemen. It's a 90-lap race, 2 miles, 180 in total that they're running out here tonight for us. It's a good time. William Mann Jr. still sitting proudly in 3rd place. He's got about a truck and a half in between him and Jason Stewart, who has respectively the same in between him and Justin Gann. And that 90... I apologize again. That number 86 and 64 battling it out still. Jason Hall, Doug Tuttle. Doug Tuttle cutting down low on the inside. He's got Jason Branch now coming up with that draft for him. Didn't get enough yet again. High line pulling away. Whew. That was close right there. 86 just come up on the 22's nose yet again. About a foot in between them. It's getting close there, getting hairy. And checking back the field. What do we have going on in the back? Anthony Forlizzo bringing in at 11th place right now. There's the pace truck. In 12th is Stephen Monteith, Joshua Rowrick. These guys have got some time to make up out there. As we make our way through lap 50 here in Michigan. And there he is, right there, Justin Gann in the number 2 Kitty Cat Coin Silverado. And they're about to have to start taking fuel. Casey Duncan getting up on the inside of Jason Branch right there. Doug Tuttle and Jason Hall still doing their things up there. Doug is chomping at the bit to get around him. He keeps having to ease off. Oh, look at there. He got all the way up inside William Mann Jr. did. Jason Hall on that one. No wonder he's moving so fast. They are getting close, and that's where the speed's at, ladies and gentlemen. If you can't get all the way up in there, there's no point in getting up like that. Just get out of there and try over somewhere else. But that is why Mr. Mann is going so fast. These boys up here are going like they are because they are running almost a perfect lap. 3 wide. Oh, there it is. A little wall damage there. Casey Duncan in the wall. He's definitely got some fender damage on the right side there. 86 and the 55 all involved in that. The 55 driven by Thomas Forlizzo. 86 of Doug Tuttle and K.C. Duncan. He is pretty beat up on that. We'll get down. Let's see if we can get our cameraman to get down on him and see. Absolutely, look at that. He has got some damage to fix there. Hopefully his pit crew can get him out. Very unfortunate for the driver there in the 17 of K.C. Duncan. Top 3 still remain the same. Justin Gann, Jason Stewart, and William Mann Jr. Jason Hall bringing up 4th place with Jason Branch. In 5th. There is Thomas Forlizzo. Once again, he was involved in that little 3-wide accident right there. Just got a quick shot of the pits real quick there. Guys don't know what exactly happened there. Sometimes people get it off. And that 64 taking a pit break right there. And Jason Stewart, Justin Gann have now put about a 4 truck length in between him and 3rd place. We'll have to check back in with them here in a minute. And we've got the 12 truck of Dalton Powell riding down low on the apron right now. He is either coming out of the pits. That's what's going on there. Great job there, driver. Safely done. Jason Branch in the 22 Navy truck. He has made his way up into 4th place now. And William Mann Jr. taking the pits. That was close, ladies and gentlemen. That was close. Jason Branch almost taking the rear end out there of William Mann Jr. Thomas Forlizzo sneaking up into 3rd place now. They've got some major room to make up. Thomas Forlizzo taking his break and going down to pit as well. And we got Jason Hall back out on the track. He's in 7th place now. And the leaders have taken their pit break as well. That's going to change everything up, ladies and gentlemen, as we look at the field come around through the finish line here. We're on the backstretch with the 64 and Jason Hall. Doug Tuttle. Let's see what it changes over to as Jason passes the finish line here. Placing Jason Hall now in 6th place. And they're coming through, the guys coming out of pit road. Ooh, they've got speed coming up on Jason Stewart and Justin Gann. But the problem with that is, ooh, look at that side draft going on there. That's a hefty tactic by the 12. They're getting a little loose there, ladies and gentlemen, as they get closer in the turn. Getting a little scary. Jason Hall snatching that lead as they came through when Justin Gann and Jason Stewart had just exited pit lane, not up to full speed yet. So they gave him a side draft, but the deal with that is he was on fresh tires. They're not warm all the way yet. Oh, pushed him down low there, he did. I don't think that was intentional, but it sure did happen just now. As Justin Gann makes his pull away. Oh, all the way up in front. And now he says, bump me, baby. Bump me and push me away, Jason Hall. Dalton Powell in 3rd place. They've got some space now in between Jason Branch, Jason Stewart. Absolutely. 4th place is Branch. 5th place is Stewart. Got Thomas Forlizzo cutting it up on the inside around Jason Stewart. Does he have damage, ladies and gentlemen? He is running awful slow compared to what he was just running up there in the front. Has been the entire race as they come through lap 62 now, ladies and gentlemen. Here at the Michigan International Speedway in the Fixed Racing League's Truck Series. David Varela coming up on the inside. He's made his way up to 9th place now in here. He's got William Mann Jr. Oh, is he going to thread the needle? No, he's not. He pulled out. We've got a little action going back here, 9th, 10th, and 8th place. As William Mann Jr. comes around just perfect around Stephen Monteith. I apologize, David Farella taking 9th place and then pushing all the way through into 7th, ladies and gentlemen. Good push there by the 86, the 86 of Doug Tuttle, giving William Mann a great boost down the track as he pulls into the rear, the draft there of Jason Stewart, where he's in all too familiar territory. He's been there most of the race. Him and Justin Gann and Mr. Stewart up front, 1, 2, 3. But right now, as it sits, we've got Dalton Powell, Jason Branch, Jason Hall, Thomas Forlizzo, and Justin Gann battling up here. 4th and 5th, Jason Branch and Dalton Powell battling amongst themselves. And then we've got Justin Gann, Thomas Forlizzo, and Jason Hall battling for 3rd and 1st and 2nd place. Thomas Forlizzo cutting down low on Justin Gann, pulling through as they come across the line. It did not register through for the stats, but he has the inside cut and he has the line, ladies and gentlemen, as we come through to lap 66 here in Michigan. These guys are putting some racing on, and we got a little bump right there behind them. Jason Branch and Jason Hall. Mr. Branch came right up inside that sweet spot of the rear end of the 22 and gave him a little kiss. Said go faster. And he did. But that rear end got just a hair loose. Not enough to cause any damage, but it definitely got a little loose. We had to get back there and check that out. Thomas Forlizzo got about a truck and a half on Justin Gann. And he has the faster lap by 2/10 that last lap. But we'll see what Justin's got in his mind. Like I said, he's lost one race out of the 5 that he's been in. Great driver. And we've got Dalton Powell bringing up 5th. William Mann pulled away from everybody in that pack right there. Does he have enough to catch that draft? We'll see. But he's got a little bit of space to make up there. But surprisingly, Jason Stewart dropped all the way back to 7th place now. He's running a great, clean, smooth line, but not like him to be that far back in the pack, especially considering the great lines he was running in the first place. And Justin Gann pulling right in front of Thomas Forlizzo. They're getting close to each other, too, as they come through 1 and 2. 55 hugging up on that wall as Jason Branch gets right up next to the rear end of Justin Gann, pushing him to where he needed to be to take that lead. And as usual, he cuts up in front of the man that took the lead from him, Thomas Forlizzo, to get that air, to get that bump, to get that push for further space created between someone. Look at that. It's as if the man hit nitrous coming out of there. He pulled away a car and a half almost instantly on that turn. Wow. Just wow. What a great job there by that driver. And we've got Doug Tuttle, K.C. Duncan, and Jason Stewart, along with David Farella right there. Stephen Monteith pulling up at the back of the pack there, 11th place. He's got Joshua Robert coming up real close to him on the inside. He pulled down. Both of them are in the pits now. He must need some tires. Here's the 92, driven by Matthew Marie. He's making up as much time as he can. He's on lap 70 now as the boys pull on to lap 71. So he's got at least a lap back, it looks like. There they go, ladies and gentlemen, around the track, coming through 1 and 2 onto the backstretch here in Michigan. In this Fixed Racing League's Truck Series, 9th race of the season. The action here has been great to watch, actually. They've had a bunch of pushes from the back of the pack, moving up around 12 places. And that's always fun to see a boy do that, you know, when they have the heart to push through the pack. And William Mann Jr. literally just coming up, getting just enough space to come around the guys on the outside or the inside. And he's in, he's up in front, he's over. He gets that speed on him and takes 3 people at a time. I mean, that's the kind of racing we're talking about here. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. They are doing fantastic out here today. And we are just pleased as punch to be here with them at the Michigan International Speedway. Justin Gann, he's gone, ladies and gentlemen. It's his race to lose as it sits right now. He is just absolutely dominating out there. He's got Jason Branch there close to him. And we've got some people that are making their push up in there. A couple laps down they are, though. We've got about 13 remaining here at the Michigan International Speedway in this beautiful 180-mile race. And they're doing a fantastic job and got some super strategies coming about them. We're hoping to see a good one pan out as we come around turn 2 right now onto the backstretch. Jason Branch making his way up, inching towards Justin Gann. What a pit stop by that man there as he comes around turn 3 and 4, picking up his speed. Whether or not he took tires is on his crew chief in general, but the man is out there. The man is running fantastic laps, and he is still in first place after his pit break. Second place was at full speed, and this man was able to pull up through and keep his lead after his pit. Great job by the driver. And we've got a little action going on right behind him with Jason Hall and Thomas Forlizzo. It looked like the 64 just overtook the 55 there. And he did. Absolutely. Great run on the inside there. He's now up in front of him. So Jason Hall now sitting in fourth place. And we're going to go back and check how things are doing back here. Daniel Lund all alone in the pack. He's got a while to go to make it up. I don't think he's got the power possibly to make up that space. You got William Mann Jr. sitting back there as well. He's in sixth, but he has made up time this entire race, so we'll see if he can do it again. Still got that four-pack going right there. Doug Tuttle, KC Duncan, and David T.F.R.L with Jason Stewart up there as well. Stephen Monteith, he's making his way around the track, but he has a long way to make up as he just come across the finish line now. And guys, we're going to try to keep it up front for a while because it is getting close to the end of the race here. We've got about 8 laps remaining. They just hit lap 82. We've got to get through 82. And then there's the rest. And they're doing a fantastic job. You got Jason Branch in the number 22 trying his heart out to stay right there with the number 2 in Justin Gann as we come around through the backstretch here at Michigan International. And they're making their way around turn 4 right now. I'm sorry, turn 3 and 4. But no change in that distance at all, really, for Mr. Branch. He's got Jason Hall behind him in the Kansas City Chiefs 64 Silverado. And Thomas Forlizzo right behind them in fourth place, ladies and gentlemen. We've got KC Duncan, Doug Tuttle, Jason Stewart, and David T.F.R.L here in this 4-pack right in the middle at 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th place. They've had a great race back here. I'm still curious as to what exactly happened to the 14 because he was having a great run earlier. And we got lap 83 down and in the books, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. And Matthew Marie back in the pits again there. Joshua Rarick right there in that red, white, and blue paint scheme on his number 23 Silverado. He's back in 12th place right now, chasing Stephen Monteith in that Coors Light and Banquet scheme. Supporting all the Coors brands he is. And there's Anthony for Lizzo in the 99. Getting chased by Noel Holmberg in the 45. Noel got a little incident earlier that slowed him down. And got a little wall rub there by KC Duncan as they come through. 86 driver Doug Tuttle touched it as well first. A little heavier it looked like. As Jason Stewart now comes up on the inside of the 17, creeping up into that rear end right there for the draft. Trying to keep that speed up. And the two of them, KC Duncan, Jason Stewart, link up and try to push up there to catch William Mann Jr. Daniel Lund the fourth still trucking along as William and the rest of that foursome start easing up to him. Ooh, doggy, as they inch back and forth, he gives it, they take it, he gets it right back, ladies and gentlemen. Justin Gann just has the lines figured out pretty well on most of those super speedways that we get to see him get on. This track, 2 mile stretch there, they have a real big chance to get speeds up here. So it's fun to watch them as they go through. 3 laps to go. Coming around turn 4 now. There it is, ladies and gentlemen, lap 88 coming down. Three laps remaining here at this 180-mile race in Brooklyn, Michigan at the Michigan International Speedway. These guys have done a great job. They only had 70% of fuel to start with to make it a little bit of interesting. They only gave them 3 sets of tires. And it's a fixed race. Lots and lots of fun. Restrictor plate going down in the trucks as they hit lap 89. That's the white flag coming out here in just a moment. Coming down the backstretch, that's the number 2 up front. He's doing great like usual. Unfortunately for the rest, the man was on the track and he's got a great line. This man, though, in the 22 did one hell of a job with pit strategy there, and he's kept up very well with everything. Jason Hall seems to have dropped the speed down. Here comes the white flag, ladies and gentlemen, as they make their way through the front stretch. Oh, the line's out, white flag's out. Jason Branch trying again to make a move. On to Justin Gann. We've got the 86 pushing up, though. There he goes, Doug Tuttle. They've all made their way around him, it looks like. Poor Mr. Daniel Lund as they come through. KC Duncan and Jason Stewart in 7th and 8th place now. And that would be... And Justin Gann coming through there with the win, ladies and gentlemen, at the end. And your final lineup here as the race comes to an end, ladies and gentlemen, is first place Justin Gann, second place Jason Branch, third place Jason Hall. Thomas Forlizzo came in fourth, Dalton Powell in fifth. William Mann Jr., sixth place. KC Duncan in seventh. Jason M. Stewart, he placed eighth, ladies and gentlemen. In ninth place was David Farella. 10th place, Doug Tuttle. Stephen Monteith came in 11th. 12th place was Jason Rarick. 13th place, Noel Holmberg. 14th was Anthony Forlizzo. 15th, David Lund, the fourth. And Matthew Marie, He pulled up the rear in 16th place. Ladies and gentlemen, what a great job by these gentlemen here in the Fixed Racing League's Truck Series. Their 9th race of the season. We've got 8 more coming at you live on Fridays. Race starting at 9:55 Eastern Standard Time. I am Kevin Hazelwood. This is Kev Calls TV, and I hope to see you again soon next week. Ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all so much for being here with us. We're going to kick it down and kick it out. Have a great time. And ladies and gentlemen, I've got him here with me yet again. This man's been on TV with me more than anybody, but here he is, the number 2 driver, Justin Gann. How does it feel, sir, to come away with that big win yet again in this Fixed Racing League's Truck Series?
Yeah, it feels good, man. They definitely kept me on my toes tonight. I mean, I'm pretty sure the entire race I had a truck on my bumper and even in front of me, so this was almost anybody's race here tonight. So that draft was just so strong. But yeah, I mean, luckily I had some really good pit stops and some luck on my side and was able to pull off the win again.
Absolutely. We got another one coming at us hard next week. Are you going to be there on the track? Are you going to be present? Are you going to take another one?
Yeah, I mean, I try to be here every week, week in and week out.
Things happen with family and stuff. I get it. I'm just curious, man. I was thinking you were going to get a hat trick and you missed out on a week on me, and they snuck a win out from underneath you. So I was just checking in. I'm hoping to see you there again. I know these boys are hating it, but I'm sure enjoying to watch them just chase and chomp at you, brother. It's a good fun time to watch.
Yeah, I mean, Friday nights, you never know what's going to happen on a Friday night, but I just enjoy racing with these guys, and I think I'm learning a lot, they're learning a lot, and at the end of the day, we're all here to help each other out and have fun, and I think everybody's doing that. So I definitely, encourage anybody to ask me what I'm doing or anything that I can do to help somebody get better. That's what I'm here for, 100%.
Absolutely. Now, Mr. Gann, I hope you have a great, wonderful evening. Congratulations once again on that win there at the Michigan International Speedway in your Fixed Racing League. I hope you have a great evening. Have some fun out there and go run some more laps, sir.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
And that was Justin Gann, ladies and gentlemen, the number 2 driver in that Kitty Cat Coin Silverado. We had to get that interview in there before everything went off and out of here tonight. So I hope everybody has a great evening. Thanks for tuning in here to watch that Fixed Racing League's Truck Series. I'm Kevin Hazelwood. This is Kev Calls TV. And I'll see y'all on the other side.